Shalom, shalom. Masha 1 if you can hear me. Masha 1 if you can hear me. Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Shalom, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible. We ain't affiliated with no other Israelite group, Christian organization, or Muslim mosque. We are 1 West. We're home of the truth. Today is Brotherhood class. It's Tuesday Brotherhood class, and I'm bringing Brotherhood out not only because it's the day for Brotherhood, but just seeing a lot of things that was transpiring in the last week, 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? From that pastor with them purple guys, to the pastor just recently getting robbed in a Christian church, to what I'm saying, just so much other things that's going on in the world. Even with your y'all know that wild brother, the black brother, what I'm saying, that be saying F all the gang members and all that for Brotherhood, in certain aspects of what he's saying is Brotherhood. Brotherhood goes a long way, but it also goes a short way. And when I say a short way, telling a brother to go sleep with another man's wife is not Brotherhood. Telling a brother to go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and front you this pack, pay me what you could pay me, is not Brotherhood. Just because you giving a brother a pack and you putting money in his pocket temporarily, that don't mean that's Brotherhood. Salakia. Salakia. Yeah, Brotherhood could go a long way, a short way. Brotherhood is not telling a brother to go out here and fornicate and lust and sell drugs and make ends meet. Brotherhood is not, go ahead and pop that B and throw out. That's not Brotherhood, man. Brotherhood, what real Brotherhood is pressing that Negro. When he doing something wrong, you willing to fight tooth and nail for him because you know what he doing can lead him down the road of destruction. Brotherhood is not, not having Brotherhood is going ahead and letting that brother do whatever he want to do. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Because all you doing is sitting there. I ain't gonna say you setting up a trap, but you allow him to be trapped. And that's not unbrotherly. Sometimes you gotta let a brother know. And when a brother don't want to listen, take him to counsel, or just hell, don't cast your pearls to swine no more. Leave it be. Let the Lord go ahead and sort it out. Because at the end of the day, what the Lord said was show brotherhood, show sisterhood. And if he don't want to show that, the Lord gonna show him exactly why he needs to listen to brotherhood and sisterhood. And if a man think he don't need it, then you'll surely find out. Because a lot of y'all done got locked up. A lot of y'all done, had to pay tickets. And if you ain't, leave, boy. I tell you, these cops everywhere, man. They won't let not one person live. Yeah, y'all know what it is to get locked up and have nobody, to have your back, put money on your books, make sure this, that straight. They don't even want to make sure you straight. Now you want to seek brotherhood and sisterhood. But a true brotherhood would have stopped you from doing whatever you was doing before you got put in that situation. You can't look for brotherhood when the situation bad. You need to listen and take heed to brotherhood when the time is present. And also, brothers should not be sitting here allowing brotherhood to go ahead and say, I wish I. It doesn't work like that, man. Because all your reality, you're being a coward. And 9 times out of 10, and I hate to say it like this, 9 times out of 10, if you ain't showing brotherhood and you know what a brother could, what could potentially happen to a brother. He can get his life taken. He can get sent to jail. 9 times out of 10, the same one that see it going on, all he gonna want to do is stick his rod in your wife while you locked up, while you dead and gone, not giving a damn, molesting your daughter. But with brotherhood, a brother's gonna let you know when you at fault, and you shouldn't even get upset with him. Matter of fact, don't get upset with him. At least you say to yourself, you can respect him as a man or respect her as a woman because they said what's right. You might not like what they said, but what they said is not going to harm you. Most likely what they saying, if it's real brotherhood, sisterhood, is potentially saving your life. Potentially saving your life. If you don't want to believe that, so be it. But don't bring nobody else in the midst of your wicked, devilish ways, your sexual deviance, because you feel as if you're okay to do whatever, and the Lord got His hand on you. The Lord's all with you. You know the Lord, but all reality you don't know the damn Lord. Because if you knew the Lord, you wouldn't be on child support. You'll never put your rod in that whore that got you on child support. If you knew the Lord, you wouldn't be out here in the Christian church on the pulpit getting robbed amongst everybody when you supposed to look like the most powerful man in that room. Now you like a goddamn coward, a bum, a thief. The same thing niggas doing out here in the street, rape, rob, murder, kicking in doors, was the same thing happening in that Christian church. The same way some of these Negroes out here scared to have a little one-on-one scuffle, and they got to go get 300 other niggas to hop on one. That ain't brotherhood. That's the same thing them purple F words did. That's the same thing. And that wasn't no brotherhood in none of that action. None of that action. We gonna go to 1 John 4 and 20. No, turn to that Bible. I'll give y'all a minute. Go ahead and check in. Get y'all my young, why young. Give y'all a little brief moment. All right. 1 John 4 and 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, who he has not seen? So I'm going to start from the top. If a man say, saying is a verb. If he's saying he love God, just like love is also a verb. Love is an action. You know, like with your mom, you wouldn't want your mom out here being sold crack. You wouldn't want your mom to be out here getting her head kicked in between the washer and the dryer by Tank Top Tony or Terry. You wouldn't want nobody smacking your mom in the face like that one little girl did, and now she wound up dead. You wouldn't want that happen to your mom. You wouldn't want you wouldn't beat on. You shouldn't beat on your mom. You shouldn't rape your mom, and that's because you love your mom. You understand? That's the woman who birthed you and brought you into the world. You shouldn't even feel as if you can raise your voice and curse at your mom. I understand cursing on topic, but cursing at your mom like you be, F you, shut the, you know what I'm saying, XYZ. Because you love your mom. And you want to make sure you do right by her and everybody else do right by her. Because if they don't do right by her, now you want to raise hell. Now you angry. Now you feel as if you got to handle somebody or do somebody a certain type of way. When meanwhile, you can't even love your mama. Your behind get locked up knowing damn well who you gonna lean on? Your mom for your books. And when your mom ain't got the money because she got to think about how she gonna live and what money she gonna put in the household and how she gonna make her bills, her ends meet and take care of your kids, you want to cuss her out and call her everything but a child of the Lord, Salaki. Call everything but what she really is because you want to go to jail. If you show real brotherhood and sisterhood, man. Think about your mother and your kids before you do certain things. If that's really your homeboy, your sister, cousin, brother, girlfriend, wife, daddy, whatever, Think about them before it happens. Because in hell, even my stepdad and a lot of old heads said, I seen many moons. I can see your future. By you going on this route, I know what's going to happen to you. And when they say that, they ain't speaking in the future as if this, that, like they foresee in the future. They just recognize bad habits. They recognizing bad habits. Just like with a child. If a child start off killing ants, and then they start killing beetles, and then start killing worms, and now all of a sudden they want to start killing turtles and squirrels and killing cats and dogs. Next thing you know, if that child ain't broken out of that by brotherhood or sisterhood, eventually that child gonna grow up and want to start murder humans, murder elephants, because all the game prices go up. The top of top of game is a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man or woman. And if you ain't prepping that child, showing brotherhood or sisterhood, keeping them in order and showing them what they're doing is going down the wrong path, they're gonna grow up and think killing is okay. And next thing you know, now they wind up in prison. Now they wind up in prison begging for their mom and dad, spending all their money to sit here knowing damn well this child or this man ain't or woman ain't getting out, but spending all their money about to sacrifice and give up their life on their freedom because they didn't want to show brotherhood at the beginning. They didn't want to discipline and put their foot up in that child behind when they should have did it when they was a child. You start off with these children when they're young. You start when you're young. You don't wait till they 17, 18, start shooting out. These boys nowadays 12 years old, 11 years old, shooting guns, toting guns. Especially when I was even coming up and I was up north, brothers 12, 13 years old, and I ain't number 8, toting guns, walking through Jersey. And I'm from Connecticut. Toting guns, being stick-up kid, known as a stick-up kid in the city. In the city. Because a parent did not discipline him. They took the father out of there. There was no brotherhood, no sisterhood, and all the one that say they're your brother, or they your bro, or they your sister or sister, or your queen sister, they are liars. They are liars. Because if you're going to hold up a title of a brother, father, sister, mother, act like one. Hold that title to the highest of the extent. Not just when it's convenient or when it wants you want to appease somebody or you want it to look good amongst everybody else. Because the truth will show. The truth will show. You can say you love a brother all goddamn day, but it'd be a time you saying you love that brother, you ain't showing. Somebody will see you watch that man get his head kicked in right downtown Greenville somewhere, right downtown Spartanburg somewhere, right downtown Oklahoma, or damn Simpsonville, or damn Greenwood, right down there. Somebody will sit there and see you let that happen to the person you claim as your brother or sister, saying you love them. But again, back to the churn. Kids will grow. That boy will grow up thinking killing is good. Murder is good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Start off stealing pieces of candy, grandma candy at Christmas. Start stealing cookies. Start stealing $1, 50 cents for lunch, $2, $5. The next thing you know, they stealing video games, then TV, then cars. Now kicking people doors, and guess what? Now the boy dead because nobody want to discipline him, and they made it seem as if boys will be boys. Boys also turn into men. Boys also need goddamn discipline. We also goddamn hard-headed. You gotta whoop our behinds, man. You gotta stay on a boy, a young man. You gotta stay on him, because if you don't, you will end up in the same penitentiary that we lead in these statistics right now, currently today. If you don't stay up on these young sisters and should be a real brother, a real father, real sister, you'll wonder why sister leading this filthy behind abortion. Salakia, y'all. Salakia. Let me fix this real quick. We got some comments on him. Yeah, see him. Damn, where was I? Yeah, you gotta watch these sisters. And you wonder why sisters leading in abortion. Sisters leading in poverty. Sisters leading in whoredom as far as the mainstream media. They leading in the sex trafficking. Because guess what? Because y'all feel as if let them be free. You feel as if let them learn and be who they want to be. Let them find their own way. A child does not need to find their own goddamn way. A child need to find out how the hell to be obedient, and when they not obedient, get they behind discipline. Y'all giving children too much space and room, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man and woman, and that's why things is going the way they're going. But Because y'all don't understand the Bible, man. The Bible speaks heavy on brotherhood and sisterhood. Brotherhood and sisterhood. That's how this nation is going to build. This is how the nation going to grow up. The same way y'all say it take a village to raise, it take a village to raise a child. That's brotherhood and sisterhood. But you can't deal with a brother telling you on the corner, stop being a damn whore or slut and put someone, oh, I want to feel free. A man should have. That's brotherhood and sisterhood. What happened to it taking a village to raise a child? Because you 30 damn years old naked, you're still a child. You're still a child. Ain't talking about just no chap. You still a damn child. It take boys out here with skinny jeans on talking about it can't be me. Nigga, if a black man got shot yesterday because he's selling drugs, nigga, it can be you. Because it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to help build up this nation. Don't use that slogan if you don't want to following suit when it comes to the Bible. The Bible speaks heavy on brotherhood and sisterhood. And the brother Quorum comment was, they'll watch you get your tail kicked, then laugh at you. Then the next day chill and shake your hands like they wasn't just picking at you. Come on. Don't know what's going on. Come to the hospital, damn right, Quan. Come to the hospital and everything to the rescue like, my brother, man, you gonna make it through, bro. We gonna get these outs. Meanwhile, you should have been trying to defend that brother, or you should have been trying to fight with that brother. Meanwhile, you should have been trying to goddamn have these brothers see eye to eye, or you should have just been trying to defend and fight with the brother. That ain't no brotherhood. And then you don't make it crazy, Quan. After all that you said, what they do? Go smoke a goddamn blunt and go do a drill. Now what? The same one that was laughing, that nigga, he the one in prison. The other one dead. Because they showing brotherhood. They showing brotherhood. Sometimes, listen, Craig Daddy said it the best way. Sometimes you live to fight another day, man. You live to fight another day. But when you pull that gun, you ain't gonna live another day. Because if they don't come back and kill you, you gonna go in that penitentiary. You gonna go in that penitentiary. You might want to say you dead already. You dead already. Hold on, y'all. Hold up real quick. I got a precept. You know what? I'll get to it, y'all. So that's the exact problem right there, man. Y'all let little boys grow up thinking it's cool, man. I mean, it's 19 years old right now. 19 years old, they could sing a whole damn NBA album. A song, let alone. A song. You got boys out here thinking they just boosting. And they living like that. They think they Jada Youngin. They think they all these gangsters and they think that, but they ain't nothing, man. They ain't nothing. They ain't never got their lips split. Because you know why they think that? Because ain't nobody really showed them brotherhood. They took the father out and these uncles and real best friends, the best friend that actually has some logic, instead of running back home, not trying to help these brothers live, they let these brothers go out here and think they living and they doing something, but you ain't doing nothing. You ain't a murderer. You're a coward. The real murderer is Esau, the oppressor, the Caucasian man. The real drug dealer is him. The real rapist is him. You're not him. You're a coward. You ain't no stronger than that woman that needs you. You is no stronger than that woman that needs you because you wanna try to be something that you ain't. When the Lord clearly said, be a brother, be a sister. Because you wanna fit in with the Kardashians. You wanna have women rights in Roe v. Wade and all this overturned. You ain't that. You're a follower. And if you feel as if you deserve equal rights, keep your damn mouth shut when it comes to Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Because we need the help. You might not want it, but we need the help. And the only people that's going to sit here and help it is the people that's under the tutelage of Commander General YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K. We are the only people who going to really sit here, stand, and die alone against you. Y'all not willing to die for nothing, man. That's why we ain't got brotherhood. You're not willing to stand up for nothing. You're not willing to sit here and fight tooth and nail for nothing because you think you're independent. And then get pissed off when you say those people are racist. They call me a nigger. They call me a spit. They call me a wetback. But you trying to be like them and you don't want to be like your own. So what do you expect? You want to be isolated, but then you expect them to treat you right. Nigga, you're a dummy. Sis, you're a dummy. You're a dummy if you think you're gonna do this alone without brotherhood and sisterhood. Without brotherhood and sisterhood. Even with your celebrities. They rich. And when they see George Floyd knee get put on their neck, they got something to say about it. Lil Baby, he came out with that song, whatever it's called, trying to get European people together, and he was speaking. They ain't got a voice for us. They can't speak for us. They don't even want to indulge in it, but they got all the money in the world. And when they see that happen to us, guess what they do? Revert right back to so-called black power. They revert right back to trying to be so-called black. Like they so in tune with black power and what they willing and what they ain't gonna do. Meanwhile, look at these rappers right now catching these RICO charges. Look at these sisters out here selling a box. You can't name one shorty right now in this day, in this generation, who ain't selling no box, who ain't showing no thongs, who ain't talking about putting a rod where it and taking money. You can't find one. You can't find one man out here who at least think logical in this generation. This generation. And it ain't just our generation. It's your mother and your aunt and uncle and all their fault too. They were weak. They followed Martin Luther King when he wasn't doing Brotherhood. They did all that. And that's why I say time and time again, people don't agree with it. That's why when it comes outside of Commander General YAHANNA and all these powerful brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, the strongest one that I'm going to quote, and then y'all going to hate it. And don't take it no type of way. It's goddamn Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks. Because they already knew what they was getting themselves into, and they went ahead and done it. They ain't been no traitor. They went ahead and done it. They done it. Let alone Harriet Tubman showed real sisterhood. Sisterhood. And then you got Dr. Umar Johnson sitting here talking about this woman buns over here. Like the sister be showing her butt for some damn votes and views. I don't even remember the Tierra, whatever her name. I'm a slut. That's her name. That's her name. So Lockie, I know I've been rambling on, man. I just came back in town, y'all. You know, just came back in town. But we're going to start back at 1 John 4:20 again. If a man say I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. You hate your brother when you allow that child to grow up killing everything without cause. And we already know, if it ain't no rodents in the house, you know what I mean? If it's rodents in the house, go ahead. Destroy them, get rid of them. But if you killing animals that's not lawful, what are you killing them for? If you're going to kill an animal, let it be lawful so you can eat. You're letting these boys grow up killing cats, dogs, pigeons, all this and that, XYZ, and then he grow up and start murdering. You expect something different. You allow that child to groom their own cycle, not having no type of guidance on what they're doing. You don't sit down with them and explain anything to them. Nothing. Versus like when I was coming up at a young age, 8, 9, 10 years old, 7 years old, Pops bought me a Daisy pump pellet gun. And he explained to me and he told me exactly what to do and how to do it and point it. Then I got a little older. Pop showed me, he you know what I'm saying, he went to work. He showed me where the shotguns was, bam, bam, bam. And he said, anybody come here and try to harm the family or anything, you run here, son, and you grab this and you point it at the person that's bothering you and you shoot it. Then as I got older, I started getting pellet guns and things like, and I understood what it do. Versus people out here just let kids grow up and just watch media thinking guns, but they don't understand the effect of a gun. Sisters don't understand the effect of laying on her back with each and every disgusting man who just only see her as a piece of meat that they want to devour. They don't even care to have a passionate feel for her or make love to her. They just want to go and put their rod in, bang her out, and then throw out. Because you don't want to teach your kids. You're not showing brotherhood. You're not showing sisterhood. You're not being a mother. You're not being a father or grandma, granddaddy, aunt, uncle, best friend, sister, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. You're not. You're not letting that little boy grow up as a man. You let him wear the same goddamn heels you and your whole life friends come prancing through the house all type of night, looking disgusting as all hell. You're not letting him grow up being a man. Come on. And it's because you don't want to show brotherhood and sisterhood. You're not showing these kids and explaining these kids what guns do, what is sex, what is drugs, What is real love? Not a word like damn Valentine's Day. What is real passion and being tenderhearted for your brother and sister? How can you tell your child to isolate themselves from somebody that look just like them? And then expect something different when another brother get their knee put on their neck? If you're gonna isolate them from what was the situation, why do you sit here and accept the fact that another brother or sister just got shot down or raped? Why are you over here fighting for this if you're gonna isolate them from the hop and the skip, knowing damn well potentially them children could be the same one that just went through this death or this traumatic era? But you trying to separate and try to isolate and be all about you, no brotherhood, no sisterhood, but want to show brotherhood and sisterhood when it's too goddamn late. Just because it wasn't you, if there's another brother or sister out here died at the hands of an oppressor or gang violence, it's already too late. If another one outside of that and it wasn't you, it's already too late. Each and every lad brother that passed and sister that passed, it becomes too late. And eventually when it winds up being your life or somebody you love, now everybody has to know. Keep that energy for everybody that looks exactly like you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man or woman. We the same. Ain't nothing different. No matter how short, tall, fat, how much behind you got, what you got between your legs, sir, all of it don't matter. We all the same. We got the same blood, the same lineage. We go through the same curses, the same hell, the same errors. We dying the same. We go into the cage the same damn way. The same people of everybody hate us the same damn way. Nothing changed. So stop thinking you're just doing something so spectacular. You're not doing nothing, man. You're not doing nothing. And it's best for you to pay homage to the only school that's really about their people, and that's Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA, the home of the truth. Not them purple cats over there that be queefing up and down the goddamn road like a woman. No, not them. Not them. Not them other cats that be in a strip club looking for another shorty to bust it open. Not them. Not them. And hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, who he hath not seen? So again, that brings me back to the point of the Lord says, show brotherhood, show sisterhood. Show brotherhood, show sisterhood. Show that. And when you deny your brother and deny your brother, just because you deny this brother over here, man, yeah, just because you deny this brother, just because you deny this brother from saving him, and when I say that, I mean like, well, deny this brother from not saving him, meaning you ain't trying to help him out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to make sure he's straight. When you deny that brother, you don't love the Lord, because you know whatever he doing, he's a sinner. You're a liar. But then turn around over here when this brother died at the hands of police brutality. Now you all of a sudden loving black folks. Now you want to stand for what's right. You don't love the Lord. Because if you can't love that brother, that you know what I'm saying, you smoking damn cigarette, selling a cigarette, or how much, a quarter, 50 cents, 75 cents. I know some of y'all out here in the hood back then used to sell them for $1. You know, when times hard. If you gonna still sell that to that brother, you hate the Lord. And you still hate that brother over here that died. You just wanna have a nice face card. But you can't fake the funk with the real ones. The real ones out here doing it, boots down. Boots down, not giving a damn, willing to lose it all. Balls to the wall. We willing to lose it all in this school, not giving a damn who or what say about it. We lost family members. We lost kids. We lost wives after 15, 20 years. Brothers dropped out the military. Education. Brothers lost all that. Brothers allowed their European women to leave. All of that. All of that. Willing to lose it all. Lost power. Brothers in here had power in the streets. All of that. Just so we could save our soul. Just so we could save our soul, man. And you think it means something. Come on. But what is your pastor willing to lose? What is them purple dudes willing to lose? Them purple dudes, Cosmar laughing, bro. I'm telling you, this is real talk. This ain't even faking the funk. Like, brotherhood. Right, Cosmar, all the way to the wall. And I ain't gonna say what I said, but blank to the wall. He said all the way to the wall. to the windows. You already know the verse. I ain't getting into it. But yeah, man. So that ain't even no brotherhood. Like I was saying, brotherhood. If you got an issue or art with a brother, why do you got 100 niggas around you, or even 3 other niggas around you, while you trying to battle a brother? Like that's gonna make that brother want to battle you. Only thing that brother would probably do is pull out a strap and burn everything, burn everybody. That's it. But you got brothers out here, grown men that say they men of the Lord. Meanwhile, they wearing purple and gold. You know what I mean? They sit here doing this, pulling up on a Christian pastor in the middle of his service, talking about they want to talk in the street. I'm telling you, that ain't nothing but some church beef. Same thing happened in the world. Brother don't want to fight you one-on-one. He gonna bring the whole school and the whole neighborhood to your front door. Either you gonna get jumped or goddamn you gonna get jumped. Where's the brotherhood? You want to talk to a brother, the right way to talk to a brother is email him, text him, send him a letter. You know what I mean? Send him an invite, something. Ain't no brotherhood in that. Come on. Take down the whole block. Take down the whole block like you doing something. All right, we're going to keep going. How can he love God who he have not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that he who love God, love his brother also. So you saying you love God, first off, you got to love your brother to say you love God. You can't say you love God and then love your brother. Because if you love God, you're going to follow statutes and commandments. Then that show that you love the Lord, and that means you still love your brother. Don't sit here and try to jump the fence and say, I love God, but this brother gotta earn my love back or my trust back. No, he don't. You might have to get an apology off him, but your love and you should still be tender-hearted to him. So you make it seem as if is a order of a way you want to do it according to scripture. No, it ain't. If the brother disrespect you or you feel some type of way, still love the brother. Don't harm the brother, but try to get to the bottom of it. Because if you're doing that, you can say you love the Lord. And then if you say you love the Lord because you follow what he's saying, then you can say, yo, your actions will show that you love your brother. Your action will follow suit that you love your brother. Not setting up snares and trap. Not trying to booby trap him or figure out how to connive and scheme and get over on him the next go around. It don't work like that. Let's go to Matthew 25 and 40. Give y'all some time. You know what I mean? Cause y'all crazy out here, man. Talking about brotherhood, sisterhood, man. I done talked to one of my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? He out in the world. And I ain't gonna say verbatim, but we all grown in here, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know it's churning in. But talk to one of my brothers in the world and just talk to him. I ain't talked to him too long. I'll probably talk to him 30 minutes. Maybe not even, probably 15. About 15 to 30 minutes. And, you know what I'm saying, we just reminiscing, not too much on everything back in the world, just, you know what I'm saying, just what we going through right now, just trying to, you know, just level up or whatever. And the conversation about ribs came about. And I, you know what I'm saying, I was talking about rib about this too afterwards, but, you know what I mean, I just had to give a breakdown. But the conversation about ribs came about, and he said, yo, bro, or big bro, he was like, man, I don't even, you know what I'm saying, deal with, you know, European no more. But he said, you know, white no more. And then I'm like, oh, word, you know, okay, cool. But he said, bees still ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? He said, women still ain't ish. They only good for, you know what I'm saying, you know, giving him fellatio and getting the hell out of his house. So, you know, as all this going on, you know, I didn't really get too much into it because I was hearing him. I was just appalled and happy that he said he don't deal with those people no more, because now I see his progress, or something had to happen for him to say no, which that's always a good route. But after he said that, conversation came up. The brother was like, you know what I'm saying, you know, he ain't too much word on it. He trying to get his life together, this and that, which cool, you know what I'm saying? I ain't said nothing there, and I understand that. But then the conversation came about him saying, trying to get his daughter. So this is, you know what I'm saying, where I focus in, and I was thinking like, okay, I understand. You want your chap, you want your baby girl. But how can you say you want your baby girl and only thing women are good for is fellatio and getting the hell out your house? So that mindset off rip right there just clicked in my head. Like, you don't deserve your daughter. You don't deserve custody of your daughter right now. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted to give that brother some counsel and tell him what he could do. But you understand, like, certain people, just ain't gonna get it. And then when they get it, they don't want to listen. But it came to a point when he said it, and I was like, you don't deserve your daughter right now. Because even when I was in the world, all brothers said bees ain't ish but hoes and tricks. And I'm looking like, what are you going to teach her? If you think that's the only value of a woman is blowing rod and doing this, what you gonna teach her how to do the opposite? Meanwhile, you doing this to other women? That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. You don't deserve your daughter yet because you didn't even come to a conclusion to come into the truth and actually find a woman that you could give an opportunity and say, "Here I am, my Lord. I ain't one of them bees that ain't ish." You ain't give yourself an opportunity to say that all women ain't the same. But you want your daughter, which you're not wrong for wanting your daughter, but it's like, if that's the only thing you see in women saying fellatio and getting the hell out my house, how can you feel as if you deserve the right to get your daughter? And again, I may be wrong, yo. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. But I'm looking at it for what it is. Because if it's brotherhood and sisterhood, if that's how you feel about sisters out here in the world, your daughter's still your sister. So do you feel the same way about her? So is she safer where she at, or do she need to go ahead and come to the Father? She might just be safer where she at until your mind change. Because that's still a sister. Just because that's your seed, that's still a sister. Period. Period. If you gonna raise your daughter how you want her to be and how she should be, find a woman that you want your daughter to be just like. Find that woman who already like you want her to be. You just gotta carve her. Find that woman that you feel as if got potential to be the woman that you want her to be, and you feel like she's safe, your daughter's safe enough to be around her. Until then, I don't feel as if you don't deserve it. But that was just my mindset at that time. I ain't the Lord, but I'm just taking it there. Like, brotherhood and sisterhood, it goes 1,000 miles, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000 miles, and you just can't block everything off and say this, and then turn around, got a chap, and expect that you deserve this when you feel this way about them. Come on. You ain't even give yourself an opportunity to see that it's different women out be. You know why? Because you don't know how to show brotherhood and sisterhood. That means you got to change the people you're around. You got to change the women you're dealing with. I had to change the women I'm dealing with. And there's 1,000 brothers in here right now. About 1,000 brothers flood a comment, and brothers say, man, the Lord been with you out. You finally got what you want. And I know what I got, what I want. You know what I mean? And I ain't bragging on me. I'm just speaking on behalf of the situation. You got to change who you're around, man. You got to change the brother and sister you dealing with. Or what whores and whoremongers. And for y'all don't know, sisters, whoremongers ain't nothing but a male whore that sleep with women and throw them away. Y'all got to change the people you dealing with. Sometimes you might just have to not deal with your mama because you know she wild in her legs. You know what I mean? You might have to not be around your pop because you know he bringing women in and out and ain't got no good means for him. You might have to do that before you even sit here and categorize all. Because again, I was in the truth. I'm in the truth. And I always felt that way until I had to stop, sit back, and observe. And then the Lord brought me a beautiful Gadite woman into my life. Beautiful. Anyway, so hopefully y'all got that Matthew 25 and 40. I ain't even got it. Matthew 25 and 40. And the king answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you. So this is red. This Christ talking right now. Verily I say unto you, and you is Israel, y'all. Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these brethren, ye have done it unto me. So reverting back. So if you in the hood, since we on this whole village aspect, it takes a village to raise a kid. It takes a village to raise a kid. You had Auntie Betty sit on the porch all day on that rocket chair, knit up something. You can smell the macaroni and cheese, everything coming through the house. She in the rocket chair knitting up on the porch. And everybody know Auntie Betty. Everybody know. You know what I mean? Only time you pass Auntie Betty house, you know what I'm saying, if you about to leave the neighborhood or you want to drive down the hill so you can ride on your bike or skateboard or scooter. But don't nobody just go up by Auntie Betty's house and chill, because Auntie Betty she gonna check you. She know everybody in there, everybody know her. Everybody know her. But then you go down the road by Miss Thomasina, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Perry, all them down there, Kenny Lady, everybody flooded down there because everybody down there smoking cigarettes, weed, you know, girls running in and out the house, sleeping with other boys in the attic, You know what I mean? They doing whatever they doing, loud music down there. But I tell you what, the rest of them, Auntie Betty gonna make sure discipline all up in there. And even though you down there cutting up, she'll see you down there and call your parents and discipline. That's because she's showing love to her own people. Salagi, y'all. She's showing love to her own people. She see them little boys and the little girl running around with shorts on, telling her mom, calling her dad, you know, Tiff was out here with booty shorts on when she got home for work, and then she went and changed at 6 right before you got home. That's because she loved that child. And that little bit of help right there, and that showed that woman loved Christ. It take a village to raise, and I'm using that for example. It take a village to raise a child. That woman is doing that good deed for that little girl because she understands, and she did a good deed for the Lord. Now by her doing that, this woman grow up modest as hell. The little boy also, and I remember I got my behind whooped for saying what I said. They gave my babysitter a call, and that babysitter called my mom and dad, and I got my behind whooped in the shower because I said what I said to a little female when I was young. Now I grow up after, you know, just getting so much different. I understand how you're supposed to treat women. So when the scriptures say that, you know what I'm saying, the least you do, you know what I'm saying, in as much as ye have done unto the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So these little things that you do to help out this nation, the little things you do to help out this nation is not only helping out the nation, it's showing that you love the Lord, man. You love the Lord because you choose to be Aunt Betty sitting up there knitting all day, minding her business, but at the end of the day, you got what you expect from an elder. Elder and I, you know, Salaki to all the elders, listen. Elders nosy as hell and they love to talk. They might not can't discipline like they want, but they gonna let it be known to who need to be known to. You know what I mean? And that just shows she got real brotherhood, sisterhood. Then you fast forward to nowadays. Auntie Betty, you ain't got no Auntie Betty, you ain't got no Auntie Sharon's out there, Grandma Queen, you ain't got none of them out there. Nobody out there. Just little brothers running up and down the road, running out these little girls' house, stealing candy, doing whatever they want to do because there ain't nobody out there regulating the neighborhood, keeping order. Kids ain't got no respect nowadays. So by that, children out here doing whatever they want to do. Adults my age, 29, 30, 27, 20, 25, 32, don't want everybody disciplining their kids, whether it's verbally or physically. Now look when your kid grow up. Kid 18, 3 kids. Meanwhile, you got 5 kids and you living in Section 8. So going back to the scripture. So in as much as ye have done unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done unto me. So once you start not caring and you don't want the village to raise no more, you ain't doing that just to the nation. You're doing that to Christ. You're doing that to Christ. You don't want no village to raise up another Christ. Just hypothetically, when I say another Christ, I'm talking about Israel. You don't want the village to raise up another Israel and be holy and separate. You want to be isolated and do whatever you want to do and say you love somebody, you love brotherhood and sisterhood. Meanwhile, you sleeping with the first nigga coming out of jail. And you selling the first, or you fronting the first little cigarette to a little 13-year-old nigga because he gave you 50 cents. Instead of saying, take your bad ass home before I tell your dad. Or smack him upside his head and say, be better than me. And better yet, before you say be better than me, put the cigarette down. Then tell him to be better than you. And don't go back. Another thing, as far as these voting, man. Like, because you understand the wages of sin is death, man. The wages of sin is death. And we're going to pull that too also in Romans 6 and 32. I'll give y'all a little moment. Christ, I hope everybody wild. Everybody good, eating good. You know what I mean? Y'all save me a plate. Whoever watch it, send that joint through FedEx, UPS, PayPal. I take it on all platforms. You know what I mean? You know, just be a brother and sister. You know what I mean? Send me a good plate. Ain't no thing. I'm eating that too. Put it on the ice, cause I don't want to hear nothing about that thing gonna get old. Put it on ice, it'll be all right. All right, y'all. Go Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Christ our Lord. For the wages of sin is death. Anybody in the chat, just let me get a little bit of participation. Ratazak, Corn, you know what I'm saying? Both Corns, Kazamar, Teetvot, you know what I mean? What is the wage of sin? Wage. What is wage? Kazamar, matter of fact, you answer last because you too smart, bro. I already know what type of time you want. Hold up. We get some of that participation, y'all. What is a wage? I'll give y'all about 15 more seconds. All right, 10. All right. For the wage is nothing but a price. If you sin, it's gonna be a price that you're gonna have to pay. If you wanna sin, you wanna, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna be out here smoking weed, which I got a precept for that coming too, you know what I'm saying? For a lot of you weed smokers, make sure y'all sharing the class. You know, if you wanna smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, and die of fentanyl or bronchitis or whatever else out here smoking vapes and have fluid in your lungs, which hold on, let me stop real quick. You got a lot of dummies out here that say, and I'm gonna speak from three different angles. I'm gonna start with one angle. Oh, I don't smoke the white man's drug, meaning they don't smoke blacks or cigarettes. They smoke only weed. Now going to the second thing, weed smokers say, oh, I don't smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, out of guards You know what I'm saying? I smoke it out of papers. It's healthier. Meanwhile, you still could die from it. That's the second phase. Third phase, people say, oh, I prefer to vape because it's healthier and all you're doing is smoking nicotine, which it don't harm. But vape puts fluid in your lungs and you could die. Goddamn. What is it called? What is it called? Ammonia. Pneumonia. That's for all the dummies out here thinking smoking is good. Because I heard a few people say weed actually help you work out more. Weed actually helps you work out more. It helps you with a longer breath. No, it doesn't. It's because it's altering your mind. Just like when, and I don't mean to be vulgar. Weed does not help work out better. It's altering your mind just like having sex and drinking alcohol. You last longer. You go harder. It takes long time to produce, you know what I'm saying, semen and to come to that climaxing point. Marijuana does the same thing. All it's just you working out and it's just polluting your mind. You're suffocating yourself when you try to run. All smoke is killing your lungs. It's killing your fat cells. It's making you skinny. And you mean to tell me it's actually, I never knew one smoker that smoking actually got big and looked healthy as hell. Got big. I ain't talking about slim up. I ain't talking about just toned up. I'm talking about got big, look healthy, ain't no hair falling out his head, nothing. Because you got crackheads and meth heads around here that got more damn energy than a damn weed smoker. So I guess they healthy too. Let's talk about it. Because I'm all for the controversy. You got crackhead and meth heads out here that got more energy that you ain't gonna catch if they steal your stuff. But you say weed helps. So I guess meth and goddamn crack helps too. I guess that helps too. Because it's all chemicals. It's all bad for you. It ain't supposed to be in you. But again, the wages of sin is death. And sin is if you want to smoke that drug and get pneumonia or die of fentanyl, get cancer, eat that pork and get high blood pressure, shrimp crab lockups and get gout. You know, you want to vote for these wicked behind presidents and still be oppressed. These damn variants going around. You want to be a homosexual and catch monkeypox. You want to be in a club and catch corona, or get drugged up in what sex traffic. That's the wage of sin. You want to sell drugs, not only go to jail, but now get raped. That's a wages of sin, man. That's the wages of sin. It's the price you gotta pay for sinning. It's a price to everything. If you don't breathe, the price you get for not breathing is passing out or dying. If you can't swim and you jump in there knowing the price you get is drowning and dying. If you want to sin and you know you're sinning, the price you get is damn near dying or living in hell. Who cares? You deserve it and that's what you want. So be it, embrace it. Who gives a damn? That's what you wanted to do. Don't get nobody else involved. If you ain't trying to come out of your problem, then who cares? Who cares? Do what you want to do. Enjoy it. And don't pass it on to nobody else. Find people who like doing the same damn thing and don't want to change as you. Because Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men and women don't need that. The only thing we need to focus on separating ourselves from America, coming together and finally damn law, statutes, commandments, and paying tithes. That's it. That's the only thing we should be willing and have the audacity to offer. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Christ our Lord. So, anybody in the chat, if you want to, how do you get eternal life, man? Matter of fact, what is the gift of God? Salaki, for the one viewer in here. What is the gift of God? That's my question. What's the gift of God? Give you 15 seconds. The gift of God is this right here, man. This eternal life right here, man. This is what you need to be able to get in and get in day in, day out. Just to be able to do what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do. Now we're gonna go over to this. Now we're gonna go over to this voting, like I said, because I know you probably got a bunch of people in here like, oh, what is this? What do you mean by voting? You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Y'all don't like Donald Trump, why vote? You don't like Biden, why vote? Because you're easy to be sold. You're a sucker. You're a $2 crack whore with a free coupon every 2 weeks. That's what you is. Every 2 weeks. As long as a coupon come out or something in the world that America giving you, hey, you bought, you sold. That's all you need to be able to get on through. And you wind up getting old like your grandma in the rocking chair talking about the world getting worse and worse. Nigga, is you. You the reason. All right, Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Thou shalt in no wise set him king over thee, whom thou the Lord thy God shall choose, one amongst thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So what the precept saying, you should not be putting another king over you, just like England got I think it's Queen Elizabeth or Queen whatever, got her. Then you got another king or another king in a different area. Then you got kings in Africa. Then you got a king, quote unquote, the president in America is Joe Biden. You shouldn't be voting for him over you. Just like you thought Obama was one of us. You was voting for another heathen over you. You should be voting for a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man over you. Like Commander General YAHANNA. You should be trying to put him in office, him in chair. Because there's no black or brown or Hispanic people that really cares about their people that's in the office of America. That's in the office of anywhere. Anywhere that our people dwell in the four corners of this world are in somebody else's kingdom, and they just got to follow and abide by the laws of whatever's going on in these other kingdoms. They don't have nobody out here fighting for them. So we're going to go ahead to Proverbs 16:27. We're going to keep getting on the road. Going to keep getting on the road. Proverbs 16:27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. Ungodly man is a man who's not of God. And he diggeth up evil. He dig it up, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. So whatever you digging up and you putting into your mouth with a fire is drugs. Bongs, one hitters, chillums, light bulbs, the meth heads call it. Crack pipes, the crackheads call it. Wands, the meth heads call it. What else? Bongs, dab rigs. I mean, they got all types of joints, cigars, wraps, Rillos, all of that. I mean, bottles. I mean, they smoking it out of anything nowadays, man. Anything they can make a contraption out of, they smoking out. A soda can, plastic bottles, aluminum foil, all of that. Bucket. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Gravity bombs that they make out of a bucket and a mop bucket. I mean, a gallon jug and a damn mop bucket. All of that. They smoke it out of all of that, man. And that fire. We're going to go to John 13 and 34. some time. Just 1 second, y'all. All right. John 13:34. John 13:34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I loved you, that ye also love one another. So Christ saying a new commandment that he give unto us. You know, this is just an add-on. This is an extension. I give unto you that you love one another. Meaning, don't be out here plotting. Don't plot. If you really love yourself, you'll love your brother and sister. And you wouldn't use them and abuse them and give them a crumb of your box. Just a little small speckle of your box for a couple dollars in a rent payment or a bill payment or a nail payment. If you really love yourself, you wouldn't go out here and sell drugs talking about making ends meet. Instead, you'll lean on Brotherhood or just go get a second damn job and struggle like the rest of the black men in the society. It's a struggle. Because everybody heard the same sabi behind story. Everybody heard the same sabi behind story behind the wall. Oh, I did it for my family. What did you do different for your family to why you're in there? Or why you're not going in there? What have you done different but sell drugs and do drugs and rob and murder? What have you done? Because every time you hear a murder, it's about it's some weak bitch stuff, weak woman stuff that men do, and or it's just some beef. I ain't never heard just self-defense. I mean, on occasions. That ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men show that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one another. You'll be considered a disciple, a teacher, student. You know what I mean? Like you got to learn from Christ, and then you can teach. Then you'll be considered that. But that's if you love one another. You gotta love one another. We're gonna go to Luke 6:31. Yeah, man. Hope everybody doing good though, man. Shoot. Tuesday, top of the week. You know how it is. Top of the week ain't too good anyway. Shoot. All right. Luke 6:31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. So again, you don't like reverting back to the story. Well, I was telling about the young man, you know what I mean, wanting his daughter and everything like that. That's a prime example. You know, as simple as I can say it, like that's a prime example. You don't want a man out here just thinking that's all your daughter is, just worth giving fellatio, and then you know what I'm saying, darting out or kicking her out. Meanwhile, that's how you feel about other women, but you don't want that with your daughter, and that just follows suit right on point. Do unto you know what I'm saying, them as you want done unto you. You don't want a bunch of young men or boys or your daughter to grow up just not trusting men, saying niggas ain't ish because of father. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you can say what you want to your daughter, but she gonna look at her daddy actions. And just because you treating that girl right, she gonna question and wonder, why are you treating these other women this way? And you think just because she being treated good, trust me, she's gonna recognize and see what's going on, and still think niggas ain't ish. Niggas ain't ish. It's not gonna work, man. If you want somebody to do right by you, do right by somebody else and everybody else. And if they can't do it that way, then that's when you go on to talk to him and him alone, or her and her alone, or him and her, or her and him. However, so we're gonna start again. And ye would that men should do to you, do to ye also, then likewise. So it's clear, like the Lord saying, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody to do something to you that the right way, then you make sure you're doing the same thing to them the right way. No excuse. Nobody wants to hear it. No excuse. So we're gonna go to John 15:12. John 15:12. That this is, no, Salagi, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I loved you. So it's a commandment. Love one another as he loved us. That's a commandment. Christ gave his life. That's a straight up action. That's a straight up action. So for you to feel as if you got the authority to say who you gonna love or what you gonna do, you're disgusting. You don't even love yourself. You don't love God. You hate everything. You hate yourself. You hate your kid. Because if you giving orders by your husband Christ, you say in the Most High, then follow suit. Follow suit. And it's a commandment. Love one another. Stop with all that backbiting, backdooring, and stop backdooring the next man. Stop sleeping around on your husband or going to your pastor church. And going back to Luke too. That pastor did not want the people in there robbing him for $400,000 worth of jewelry. Meanwhile, he probably robbed our grandparents 40 years worth of money. 40 years. They went to the church and snatched that nigga chain like it's some street stuff. Snatch his chain like it's the rap world. And he ain't got the audacity to say pastors should be able to carry guns. Carry guns for what? So now you sticking these niggas up gunpoint, taking their money at gunpoint. You want somebody to do something right to you, do something right to everybody else. If you was actually giving deny yourself of that Rolls Royce and that $400,000, like a lot of Christian people say, well, he worked for it. How many people had to lie and choke out and help get killed just to get that? How many people he turned away from the Lord and helped life go down the hell hole or down in the drain just for him to get $400,000 worth of jewelry and a Rolls Royce? It's the same thing as a drug dealer out here and your fake rappers like your Young Thug. Same damn thing. But the Lord, I thank the Lord he did that and put it on live. To let everybody see how much of a bitch and how much of a coward the Christian church really is. Slide. The Christian church ain't nothing. Because if it was the house of the Lord, you think that Lord would allow something like that to happen? And you know what makes it even more crazy? And I'm not being a conspiracy theory, but the movie First Sunday with Tracy Morgan and Cat Williams, similar, the same thing happened. They went in looking for money. But meanwhile, this church right here got robbed. And General Haas in Philly said there's a lot more of that stuff going on in Philly right now as we speak. They turned around Dylan store roof, shot up the whole club. Shot up the whole church down in Charleston, 3 hours away from me. Then they got homosexual and they twerking. Do y'all not see the Christian church is no different than a club? The Christian church is no different than the streets. You get robbed at gunpoint in the Christian church. There's whores and homosexuals in the Christian church. There's pimps in the Christian church. There's not conspiracy, but you know what I'm saying? This is money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money involved with the pastor in the Christian church. It's a fashion show. How much more do you want? It's rape and molestation. It's lies. There's nothing different. It doesn't matter if it was Geno Jennings or Creflo Dollar or the brother that just got robbed. There ain't nothing different in none of these Christian churches. I don't care what nobody say. Some churches might try to withhold a certain moral, but there is nothing in the church that makes it different. If you rock that cross, it doesn't mean anything. The Christian church is no different than a damn club. The rap industry is no different, man. And I don't know where y'all get this whole mindset. Like, it's something that there is no different than the Christian club. The Christian church. It's like, verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. So Christ laid down his life for his friend, brother, sister, and everybody else. And he also say love one another. He's clearly showing, he giving a clear depiction of this is what real love is. Now, I ain't saying go out here and lay down your life and be stupid knowing there's a drug deal going on and you know what's about to happen and you want to go out here and think you on blue streak or something with your hands up, like don't shoot nobody. Don't be no dummy. But if you fighting for what's right and in the odds is against you, but you know what I'm saying, the goods is with you, then go. Seek counsel first. Verse 14, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. So if you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, you can clarify yourself as somebody the Lord Christ want to deal with. A disciple, a friend, a brother, sister, cousin, uncle, whatever. But you ain't gonna know this because the Christian church ain't gonna tell you this, man. Just like that's why that church got robbed. And I'm not upset about it. I actually found it humorous. I actually did. Because it's gonna come to a point where when are you gonna stop lying? When are you gonna stop lying, man? Somebody put on YouTube saying, oh, somebody in the back set him up, this and that. You are in New York. Niggas get murdered over a Rolex watch. They get blanked over a watch or a chain. They got $400,000 in a Rolls Royce in the middle of New York, and you think ain't nothing gonna go down when niggas get blanked over just a simple watch, one watch. One watch. Come on, man. Come on, you gotta be delusional. You gotta be a fool, or you don't know. You scared of the real world. You ain't been through enough. You ain't been through nothing. That's gonna happen. You in New York, niggas do stuff like that. It's too many bodies. Come on, that's the jungle. Where we at? And that's the thing. Martin Luther King died for himself. King Vaughn died for himself. Eddie Long died for himself. They ain't died for nobody. They ain't been doing what was right. And I hate to say it like that. They died for themselves. Nipsey Hussle died for all his people and himself. I mean, Mo 3 died for himself. Pop Smoke, hate to say it, died for himself. Well, I think Pimp C and all them died for their damn self. They ain't did a damn thing for the black community. Nothing. X, Juice WRLD, nobody. Didn't do nothing. And as you speak right now, you see a lot of these other artists dying right now, if not about to. And I ain't putting it on them, but you can see it. If they don't want to change their ways and find who the Lord really is, not the dumb nation of Islam. Like Islam is worth something. We're going to go to Hosea 4 and 6 real quick. Nigga got a damn Fendi suit on. Fendi and jewelry. You a pastor with a whole Fendi suit on. Fendi, I thought Fendi fashion ain't even European fashion. I thought Negroes in the rap industry and ball players wear Fendi. You got pastors wearing Fendi. What happened to Steve Harvey suits? What happened to Levi's dress shoes and cardigans? What happened to all that polo shirts? Nigga got a damn Fendi suit on. Fendi, like he Floyd. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. The reason why let me continue. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou have rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. Those same people that sat there and watched that pastor get robbed are his people that has lack of knowledge. They're destroyed for lack of knowledge. And because they want to think that the pastor is so right, and they want to avoid knowledge, even Geno Jennings and the purple P words, they want to avoid knowledge, and they destroyed by it. So the Lord gonna reject them just like that pastor. Everybody in the air, I don't know how many people, they say it was 100 people, a couple hundred, whatever, 50, whatever. All those people's life was in jeopardy, even though it could have been a few in jeopardy if a gun round went off and hit a slave. But everybody in there was in jeopardy, and they make it feel as if the robbers are wrong. Don't take away from the cow. What has the pastor done? Why would somebody want to rob the pastor? Let's look at those things. Why would somebody rob the pastor? The pastor's so innocent. Why would somebody rob him? He got all the money and I ain't got nothing. And these people coming to take everything he got. Meanwhile, I ain't got nothing. You know why? Because the same people that came to take it is just like your dumb behind. They ain't got nothing. They want something. And guess who got it? The same one who's stealing it from both of you. So let's talk about the issue. Stealing ain't right, and I don't glorify none of what them brothers did. None of what them brothers did. But how can you look outside of why they done it? They're broken. They're poor. They need money like you do. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest unto me, no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of God. I will also forget thy children. So that pastor can't be a priest to the Lord. The Lord forget about all that. Forget about all that. You want to sit out here and do whatever? The Lord reject him. You better be lucky they ain't dot his behind and burn him. But I understand. There's too many people around. They just wanted the money. Maybe if nobody around, they probably would have done it. Probably took his damn suit and everything. Whatever fashion suit he had on, they probably would have took it to and been wearing it the next day. Break that 3-piece suit down and sell it 3 different pieces. Let's go to Isaiah 9 and 16. Give y'all a little brief moment, about 20 seconds. Wow, that's crazy, man. I didn't. Salakia side note, Tylenol. Just looking into it, Tylenol during pregnancy can cause autism for the child. Wow, that's crazy. I got about 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds, y'all. Salakia, Salakia. All right. Isaiah 9 and 16. Isaiah 9 and 16. For the leaders of these people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So the leaders is like your pastor that, got robbed. And he been lying to these people so long, still, even with his dumb behind wife, and I hate to say it like that, that's the sister, she being a soldier for him, but still choose to be dumb. The leaders cause our people to err, mean error. Go in the wrong direction, misled. And they that are led of them are destroyed. That sister destroyed, and the whole congregation destroyed because they're just looking at the perks that went in the church. They not looking at what the pastor's doing. If the pastor never went in there, that would have never he would never made news other than him helping tell on somebody, which that pastor told on a brother previously. And I'm not saying it's fair, but that's what happened when you go against your nation. The Lord deal with you that way. You told on a brother just like them purple dude and got him arrested. Then turn around weeks or months later, you get robbed $400,000. $400,000. Get your chain popped, your collar popped, and everything, looking like a hoe. looking like a damn hoe. All that money, boy, you can't fight. Come on. You ain't got no firearm holding nothing. Nothing. No security. Nothing. Nothing. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Damn, man, these leaders. I mean, you got all these leaders out here. Audrey Lorde, over the women empowerment. Then you got Steve Harvey, TDJ, and whatever that brother that just what happened. Then you got Tierra Mack that was twerking on her damn head, looking like a filthy whore for votes. Then you got Harry Hayes for LGBT. Then Dr. Umar in the conscious community. I mean, we could go on days. We can go on days. You got, and I hate to say it, Charles White, that brother on the road, even though he ain't in the school, but the brother saying he's saying things that the school been saying. But the reason why y'all running rampant on Charleston White because we say what y'all don't want to hear. Y'all want hecklers. Y'all want trollers. That's what y'all want. That's why Charleston White's so hot. And my boy Dre Nolly, I know him personally. He just met Charleston White in Florida at the Strip. Just what, 2 or 3 days ago? 2 days ago. Post him and everything. Took a picture and everything. Know him. Well, seen him, not know him. Y'all like that. And that wasn't a directed toward Nolly Dre saying y'all like that. I'm just saying, like, he just seen him. Typical brother like us. So, we're going to go to Matthew 18 and 21. Matthew 18 and 21. And again, hold up just one second. Might not be going there just yet. All right, man. All right, we go to Matthew 18 and 21. Salaki, so. Matthew 18 and 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, him is Christ, how all shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him 7 times? Christ said unto him, I say unto thee, until 7 times. I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Therefore, in this kingdom of heaven, like it unto Salagi. I'm going too far. So Christ ain't telling him, forgive him only 1 or 2 times that he wronged you. Forgive him all the time. And again, and when they say, oh no, that just, what if you keep, that's not saying forgive him all the time and always be up on his face and keep sinning and doing the same dumb thing. If a brother steal out your house 1 time, you know what I'm saying, forget that brother. But now if you know every time he coming, don't know, and you know what I'm saying, 2nd time, whatever, that's up to you. But that don't mean bring him over 3 and 4 times, setting yourself up to be stolen from. Because now you're being ignorant. You're being unwise. Now you're thinking like a child. You're deprived from wisdom. So you know that man acting like, don't set yourself up. You know what I mean? Understand what's going on. Forgive that brother, let it be known, and end it. That's why the precept, the scriptures say, know the men that labor amongst you. The men that work amongst you know how they is, know their personality, knows what's going on. we'll start from there again. Verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? 7 times? Christ said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. So 70 times 7 means infinity. Till death do y'all part. And not being homosexual. To the end. To the end. Till there ain't no more, ain't nobody else around. Like, just forgive them and forgive them, forgive them, forgive them. Just don't keep doing the same dumb thing and expecting a different result. Because it ain't happening, man. It ain't happening, baby. It ain't happening. Y'all go to Mark, next chapter over. Mark 12:31. Mark 12 and 31. And the second is, was that right? 12:31. Yeah. Mark 12 and 31. And the second is like, namely this: Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So if you love your neighbor like yourself, that means you wouldn't put a needle in your arm if you love yourself. So don't provoke somebody else to put a needle in their arm. If you know you're in the school, or you say you in the truth and you wouldn't eat pork, just because that bitch you with like pork and stuff, don't give her no sausage or bacon biscuit. Get her what she should eat. And if she don't like it, tell her to get up and go cook some, or goddamn go get her something else. To have her get herself something else. There is none other commandment greater than these. So you love your neighbor just like you love yourself, man. Just like you love yourself. You wouldn't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You wouldn't sleep with a prostitute that walk the street and work OnlyFans, protected or unprotected. Now, I mean, you wouldn't do none of that. So if you know you want to do that yourself, don't provoke them. Don't provoke them. Homosexuals, goddamn, don't be trying to turn nobody out. Homosexual women, don't be trying to turn nobody out. Because if you love yourself, you don't want no man running up in you unannounced. You don't want no man taking it from you. Well, I can't speak for you men that go to penitentiary, because you already, that's pleasure of your life. You wouldn't want none of that. Hey, we got any questions or comments? Y'all go ahead and put it in there. You know what I'm saying? We got a little time. All right, we're gonna put a little precept out. We go to Matthew 12. Go back one more chapter again. Matthew 12. Matthew 12:46. While he yet taught, let me see how far up I go real quick. All right. Verse 46. While he yet taught to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak to him. So at this point in time, it's Christ talking to people, and his mama and his brothers stood without. Just like, where is he? Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak to thee. So let me continue. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother? Who is my brethren? So Christ is clearly saying, who is my mother? Who is my brother? You know what I mean? Like, denying his blood lineage for a reason. Everybody always say, oh, just because your kid homosexual, you shouldn't deny him. That's wrong. That's mean. Baby, because you don't support him, you should love him. Christ denied his own goddamn mama and brother. So you can hold all that. And go ahead and say what you want. Say what you want. The Bible's the European man's book, mean homosexual is too, and this Bible speaks against homosexuality. European people don't disown their homosexual. Well, the Bible does. They disown their own people if they ain't following the law. Who is my mother? Who is my brethren? And stretched forth his hand towards his disciples, meaning the people he was teaching, them teachers. And said, behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of thy Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and my sister. Well, and sister and mother. So he denied all these folk, these brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? So he denied these brothers and sisters, this brother and sister, which is his mama and brother. Salaki, y'all, Salaki. So he denied his mother and brother, because they ain't doing the work of the Lord, like everybody else is doing the work of the Lord. So who he took over, he chose to take these people and claim these people instead of his own mother and brother and sister and whoever else, even though it was them two. But what's wrong with that? But with that, we're gonna go ahead and turn the class down. I.S.U.P.K. security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. If a brother or sister has arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After these 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'asher. 10% of every penny of increase the Lord gives you. Get to the Treasury Department or teacher. Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upholy convocation. Memorial of blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, Sunday the 25th of September 2022. Leviticus 23:24 through 25. Reminder to Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone want to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black. Boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, shalom.